Welcome to the Global War Watch Network. Before we get started, please make sure you subscribe to our channel so you never miss one of our future explainers. Alex, we always think of the United States as the world's undisputed arms dealer, right? The absolute go-to for any kind of military hardware.
Exactly, Ben. And that's what makes this so interesting. It raises a huge question that we're going to really get into today.
Yeah, and it all kicks off with this intense conflict that flared up recently in the Middle East. It basically exposed a critical, and I mean critical, vulnerability for some key U.S. allies.
Okay, now what's really fascinating about this slide is just the sheer scale of it all. Look at those numbers. After only 6 weeks of bombardment, the UAE had reportedly used up 75%, 3/4 of its entire Patriot interceptor stockpile.
So with their defenses just absolutely decimated, these Gulf nations did what they've always done. They turned to their main security partner, the United States, for an urgent resupply.
But they very quickly found out that America, well, it couldn't deliver. And this single failure led to a fundamental shift in how they measure what an alliance is even worth.
And this quote just perfectly illustrates the new reality. That question became the single most important thing. A new mantra, really, for Gulf defense procurement.
Right, and the crucial point here is that it's just not about how sophisticated the technology is anymore. It's about the responsiveness of the industrial base. Can you get us what we need right now?
So that begs the question, why couldn't the world's top military supplier meet this incredibly urgent demand?
Well, part of the problem is structural. Whether you go through the complex government-led FMS program or you try to go directly to companies through DCS, the U.S. system just isn't built for speed. It's not designed for a crisis.
And that system is under immense strain right now. You've got a combination of huge commitments to Ukraine and an industrial base that, let's be honest, hasn't been optimized for this kind of surge capacity. It's created a massive bottleneck. This American bottleneck has created a huge opportunity, and a whole new set of players have just rushed in to fill that void. And these are the guys who can all answer that 30-day question.
First up is South Korea. They have totally capitalized on their mass manufacturing power to become a top-tier arms exporter. They're offering systems like the MSAM that are not only super effective, but more importantly, they're available.
Then you've got these agile startups in the UK. A company called Cambridge Aerospace developed its Skyhammer missile in just 6 weeks. 6 weeks. And its low cost finally solves that crazy economic problem of using these really expensive missiles to shoot down cheap drones.
And this one is surprising. Gulf states are actually turning to Ukraine. They're signing defense cooperation agreements to get access to battle-tested drone and electronic warfare technology. This stuff is proven to work.
So the crucial point here is that this isn't just about buying a few new missiles. What we're seeing is a fundamental geopolitical shift.
Yep, this is what experts are now calling the Great Realignment. It's a move towards strategic autonomy, where these Gulf nations are just no longer depending on a single security guarantor.
And that leaves us with a pretty provocative thought for the future, one that really redefines the global balance of power. Thank you so much for joining us for this explainer. If you found this analysis valuable, please do us a favor and like, share, and subscribe to the Global War Watch Network. We would love to hear your thoughts in the comments section below. And be sure to join us on social media. All the links for that are in the description.